Hi everyone, Michael from Teams by Design. We've just recently launched our after-hour phone service. What that means for you is we can now answer your phone calls from 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and all day Saturday and Sunday. We can help you with inquiries such as property inquiry, leasing inquiry, maintenance support, and new business inquiries. So please make sure you head to teamsbydesign.com, leave your information, we'll arrange a Zoom and catch up and show you how we can help you through this.
Hi, it's Deniz Yusuf here, and I am with
Michael Sanz.
Yeah, and we are from Inspired Growth Training, and this is the BDM Coach Podcast Show. Michael, amazing feedback that we've had on the previous shows that we've done, and I'm really excited about this one because we're quite prominent in the area as well. And we've also been doing a lot of work on our social media, haven't we?
That's right, we have. Stay tuned, everyone. We're about to unload a whole new product, platform, everything. So, yeah, just stay tuned on that one. The social media is very near and dear to us, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, look, anyone who has been following us over the years has certainly seen many a selfie on an aeroplane or a check-in at a hotel or a conference or an event anywhere around the world.
My gosh, I've been trying to sort my photos out the last couple of weeks, and the amount of plane photos has its own folder.
It does. It does. Michael, I have a folder of food. I have a folder of coffee as well. And some of the food has coffee in that folder as well because of the affogatos.
You know what's been really interesting, though, going through socials is, so we've been putting everything onto our Google Photos so we can share the folders with each other. But going back, and I've gone back to photos from like early 20s, both age and year. And there are so many great photos that I took, and now they're saved, that I can now start rolling out again. The gift of giving. And I guess we'll touch on that today too, but we have such a rich treasure trove of photos that you're just taking throughout life.
Absolutely, Michael. I've got to share with everyone that because we've created this shared album, and I've got one of you, you've got one of me, etc.
Is that the ransom file, or is that like the legitimate ones that we're sharing?
And on that, I must admit, when I get a notification saying that Michael has shared a new photo with you, I get heart palpitations. It's like, uh-oh, I hope this is okay. And how good was that one that we did come across while we were in London, the video that you had of me up on stage there. That was that's going to be a good share.
Actually, if anyone wants to see an amazing photo pre-social launch of Deniz Yusuf getting up on a stage in front of 300 people, dancing in a dance-off, please make sure you email darren@igtmail.com.
Yeah. And I tell you what, it was interesting. And when I watched it, I thought, okay, I don't mind this getting shared. That's all right. I thought it would be a little bit more I thought I would have copped it a little bit more, but that was okay. I held my own.
Where was that video of us walking from Heathrow Airport over the freeway, under the overpass, on the on the hill, on the grass, over the fence, just to save 14 pounds?
Yeah, we did that for Darren. We saved that money. We nearly got killed walking. I mean, I was walking next to the road and that truck nearly sideswiped me. Could have easily sucked us underneath. We had to run across the freeway and the massive roundabout that we had to get through as well, just to save £14 for Darren, $20, let's say.
That was terrific. But, we made it, and there was a story there. And so, going back on that, this is all content that we recorded just for our fun. And so there's hours and hours of different types of social content that I guess everyone out there listening to this and watching this today, people say they haven't got the photos. They don't have a professional photographer. They don't know what to take. Go back through all your old photos, and we're going to go through a couple of points with you today. But keeping in mind when you're not sure if you've got certain photos, go back through the photos that you've taken. Go through family photos.
Yeah, a quick tip for everyone is one great thing about Google Photos is once I've got the app on the phone, you just download the app. When your phone gets into Wi-Fi, it automatically uploads it into the cloud. Now, they actually categorize it for you. They categorize it by face, they categorize it by city, by country. You can even just do a search on horses, and any photo that you've had with a horse will populate, and you can create an album on it. It's really, really good, and it has made it easier for us in categorizing this for our social media strategy that we're putting in place. So it's really cool.
It's very cool, and I guess at the end of the day, you're trying to find the right type of content to be able to post on the multiple platforms out there. I guess one of the things where we should start off today, Deniz, is like, when you have all these photos and different types of content, it's not just a case of posting the same thing on every single platform. And so we're talking about like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest. What have I missed? I'm sure there's a few out there that I've missed.
Well, we can just stick to those ones as a starter, right? Like, so what you're saying is you don't put the same photo. So if I post something today, I wouldn't put that on all the formats on the same day.
No, because I think that the main thing here is you want people to engage with you on different platforms. Yeah. Right. And if you're going to produce like the same photo and put it on everything, which a lot of people do because they can link their accounts, no one's going to engage with you on every single platform if it's like that. So you've got to know, I guess, what to post on different platforms. And, I'm skipping forward, but it's not just about houses, right? Social is being social.
It is. Should we talk about the break up the differences really quickly before we get into that? Like, so Instagram and Facebook, yes, it's owned by the same company. But however, they're complete separate, different formats and audiences as well. I certainly have a different audience on my Instagram to my Facebook. Yes, there's that cross-pollination, but it's different people. It's certainly different people, so Instagram's more photos with video mixed in there as well.
Yeah, I think with Facebook, people are more accepting of having just any type of photo on Facebook or any type of message. It's almost like the new, not the new Twitter, but like Twitter, where people will make a comment and they are looking for a reaction, looking for some engagement. If you put a photo up, you get more engagement because people are visual. Put a video up, you get 5 times the engagement that you would a photo. Also, I think people are more forgiving of just average photos on Facebook because they're just kind of scrolling through. They're just looking for content to capture their senses. Whereas Instagram has the wall, and the wall is generally manicured images. So, for example, you wouldn't just take photos of houses and put them across everything, but to make a comparison, Facebook, you would just take a photo of the house out the front. Instagram, you'd probably take a photo of the house from a unique angle, and you'd probably use a filter on there too to make it look clean and crisp. So, you got the same type of image there, but different angles and different purpose. Instagram has got stories. It's now got reels. I mean, no one's using the reels properly. They're using them just like stories with a little bit of music. But, stories is really like behind the scenes. So the thing that captures people in stories is seeing what people are doing, the crazy things they're doing, the stupid mistakes that they're doing, what they're eating, but again, with a story, Deniz, and where people fail, and so many real estate agents fail and property managers because they don't create a story. They put a post up there and they just, hi, I'm going to go to the supermarket and buy my dinner. And then so as the user on the other end, you're like, oh, great, I wonder what they're going to buy. But then nothing happens. And then the next story they put is, oh, I'm just walking to my car to pick it up so I can drive it home. That's not a story. They're statements. So making sure that you're using each platform for the right content. So, for example, you'd say, hey, I'm going to the supermarket to buy some dinner. Look, I'm at the supermarket now. I'm in the fresh fruit aisle, fresh veggie aisle. I'm going to buy this, this, and this, and I'm going to make a pasta. So I'm at home now. I've got the pasta here. I've got the veggies here. I'm cooking this. I'm doing that. And then the next scene is, so this is my final product, healthy pasta. These are the ingredients, and I'm going to dig in now with a nice glass of wine or sparkling water or whatever it is. And that's a story. You've taken someone from start to finish. The same as if you were going to go to a house. You'd say, you know, hey, it's Michael. I'm actually going to a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It's amazing. I'm not going to do a full walkthrough, but I'm going to show you some of the things I love about this house. And if you're interested or you're looking for a property, make sure you come down and check it out.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then you're at the house. It's like, great. So I'm here. I had to show you this bathroom. It is amazing. The tiles have been imported from Italy and so on. And this is the kitchen. So if you want to come and have a look at this property, let me know. I've got the link in the bio for the walkthrough of there. This is how you can contact us.
And Michael, it was interesting. You actually shared one the other day that you had done, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago that you had done. It was a video. You're walking through the property and you're highlighting. Yeah, you're highlighting the things that you loved. It had a spaghetti thing on the kitchen bench. It had had some, you were putting your emotion into it, which a video can do. A Facebook post doesn't allow you to do that, but a video does, which is really cool. And we'll get into that. So you're talking about the different types of posting on Instagram, the reels. That's really like Instagram's way of bringing TikTok into it, right? Because TikTok is also another form of utilizing and becoming top of mind in other areas. It's really that behind the scenes fun, get to know, who we are if it's done correctly as an agency. There's a handful of agents that I've been following. There's a few more in America that I follow that are using TikTok, and I think they're doing it really well. They're sharing their emotion. Okay, I'm at I've got 15 people coming through this home today. I'm really excited, and they're doing a dance. Like they're really humanizing that side on TikTok. And they may then share that to other portals. It's the real fun, relaxed side of doing it. Now, I wouldn't be using TikTok for education, though, Michael.
Well, you're only going to see what you follow, right? And if you're, my daughter, sometimes we would get on TikTok and there's a bit of a bribe and she would just be watching crap, just stuff. And then the algorithm is just pushing that type of content in our feed. Yep. But Dennis, what I did recently was I went and searched the hashtags like travel, food, business. And now in my feed, I'm getting like some high quality travel footage there. I'm getting some like business tips and tricks from professionals that are using it. So like with TikTok, you can manipulate it so that you're getting good quality content.
Yeah, I follow a couple of guys. I love following photographers, travel photographers, and I follow this guy. He's an Australian guy. He shows you all the hidden secrets around Australia, and he goes through Asia, and it's great. You get to see all of these things for what you'd love to go visit. So a BDM could actually do that in their local area. The hidden gems of.
But it's everything that makes up that person, that individual, the business, and why they do what they do. It's like, Dennis, you're using a photographer as an example. It used to be that people used to only just see the end image they produced, right? It's photo and you say, wow, that's great. But now you can see their motivation, their what they believe in, what the fun they did to kind of get to that shot, get to that angle, the numerous nights that they took standing in one position or like whatever the story is behind it. So property management too. Yes, you can take a photo of a property, great. But what's it near? What do you love about it? What are the human elements to it? How is this property going to change someone's life? It's shelter, it's it's in good area, bad area. We always said that, even the worst property on your book is someone's castle.
Yeah, spot on. Absolutely spot on. And it's so many people talk about not offering professional photography because it's a low rental property. But like you're saying, it is someone's castle. It needs to be highlighted to every single person. I just quickly want to add, there's a gentleman by the name of Dino.SERRAO. He is doing exactly what you're saying about behind the scenes as a photographer. He walks up to random people and takes these amazing photos on TikTok. I follow him and I think it's great. He just walks up to the randoms. They could be a homeless person, an elderly person.
I think I read about this guy on Crime Stoppers.
He's around Sydney, and when I was in Sydney the other day, I was looking for him, and I was going to write out, "Hey, take photos of me." But and he's doing it. I think he's doing an amazing job of utilizing TikTok in that area. Now let's just quickly touch on LinkedIn, right? So it's another social avenue. It's a completely different social avenue. So we're talking about Instagram. It's got that professional look because it's a wall. Facebook, people are posting the randoms. TikTok, it's video behind the scenes. It's fun. Now LinkedIn, it's business. It's a complete other format. It's like where you might put, let's say, 10% business on your personal profile and 90% fun. LinkedIn is the complete opposite.
It's B2B. Like it's definitely B2B, but the consumers are there. Like the consumers make up that B2B. So yeah, you're right. It's a bit more professional, more tailored towards that professional market. At the end of the day, it's the consumers in LinkedIn who are the B2B that are watching the content you're posting up.
Yeah. Now let's talk about tip 2, because while we're on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn, it's not about just houses. It's not just about houses. So across the board, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, the whole lot. It's not just about a house for rent or a house for sale. It's the biggest mistake that we see BDMs do, or real estate agents in general.
I think too, Dennis, like when you see, so for example, you might be someone that's really great at video and marketing your property really well. On LinkedIn, there's a lot of other professionals out there that would be looking up to you and saying, wow, I'm like terrible in front of a camera. I don't know what to do. So one of your superpowers might be on LinkedIn to say, look, these are the things this is how we market our properties and the behind the scenes. And it's important that anyone else out there in any industry that's looking at doing something like this, follow what I'm doing. These steps are really simple. And you're sharing wisdom.
Yeah.
Then what's happening is people, they start to know you and they say more about you. And when that happens, they like you. And then when they know you and they like you, they form trust around you. And then when they start thinking about real estate and renting out their property and all that, you become top of mind. Hi everyone, Michael from Teams by Design. We've just recently launched our after-hour phone service. What that means for you is we can now answer your phone calls from 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and all day Saturday and Sunday. We can help you with inquiries such as property inquiry, leasing inquiry, maintenance support, and new business inquiries. So please make sure you head to teamsbydesign.com, leave your information, we'll arrange a Zoom and catch up and show you how we can help you through this.
Michael, one of your friends has done an amazing job of this in the United States with his video marketing.
Next level. Yeah.
Exactly what you're saying that you've done, and you've shared a couple of his videos in the the masterclass that we've done through the BDM Club as well. A lot of our training that we have done, he's done a phenomenal job, and he shares all of that too.
Yeah. Oh no, he's brilliant. Like digital masterminds and everything. It's great, but yeah, Dennis, like you're saying, being social isn't just about putting the properties you've got to rent or sell or whatever industry you're in front and center. It's about you.
So it's humanizing it, which brings us to the third point, Michael. It's certainly people are very interested in knowing who you are as a person. So whether you're putting a house on, like what you've done, you're actually in the video walking through a house. It's like you were selfie videoing. Doing a house, or you could be standing out the front of a house, take a photo, not just off the house. It's changing it up. I've got to say, I do enjoy seeing a little bit more on Instagram. You're seeing people taking photos of their clients out the front that it's leased, because you're sharing that person's experience, how happy they are. You're also showing people that you've leased a property. But as long as you're mixing everything up as well. I was sharing with someone at the IGT Connect only last week that don't just put houses for rent on LinkedIn and all of your socials, because people will just think you're a leasing agent.
Yeah, and no one's going to your social pages to see the properties you've got for rent. Like if someone's thinking about renting a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom or whatever, they're not thinking, oh, I'm going to go to Deniz Yusuf Realty and on his Instagram page and see what he's got for rent. They're going to the portals. That's where they're going.
Yep. So it's utilizing all of the socials to drag them to the portal, so you become that top of mind. So what are some other ways, Michael, that someone can humanize their posts on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or Facebook?
Well, they can be in the images themselves to start. Don't be scared about being front and center in the camera. I mean, you're the director of your own social channel, right? You get to dictate the narrative. There aren't many places out there where you're in charge, you're the director, you're the writer, and you're the star. So you get to narrate, you get to dictate. It's on your terms. And it doesn't matter if you make mistakes. I mean, I've been posting a couple of my videos recently where, I've used teleprompters like a long time ago. And I mean, Dennis and I, we make fun of each other, and Darren, we make fun of Darren, Dennis, myself frequently. I guess you've got to be quick to catch those posts before they get taken down. But
well, I mean, we've got hashtags around them, right? So while we were in Europe traveling last year and we went to Phoenix, I was doing selfies and you would poke your head around, so I created Michael the Stalker. And that was our way of humanizing to our clients and our family, and then we've got hashtag Where's Darren.
Can I just give a tip? Anyone out there that works with business partners or other colleagues, and they're taking photos, and they take photos, and they're the main photos, or not the main one, but they're taking photos frequently. Remember to share your photos. I mean, Dennis and I, we realized a lot of our photos, my photos were of him, and his photos were of me.
Yep.
It was only recently that we shared the photos with each other. It was like, oh, wow.
I never knew Michael took that photo, and it's a complete different angle where you're sitting, whether you're at a bar or anything like that. And that is humanizing your social medias. We actually share the photos with each other, like you've just explained. We're not scared to post all of that on our socials. People can see we're human. People can see we're real. Yes, we know our product, we know our service, we know, how to be real estate trainers and speakers and mentors, etc.
I guess
we certainly are human, just like everyone else in there, so people can relate to us.
Yeah, and I guess the strongest way to show that human element is to do a lot more video on social media. Doesn't have to be manicured or anything, but showing people, how you speak, how you walk, how you dance, how you show properties, what you like to eat, the cafes that you like to go to. And you don't need to post things as and where you're at right now, because no one needs to know where you're at all the time. Do video content. If you go to a cafe, share that you were there at the cafe. Do a video recording of the bar there, the food there, and support local. I mean, the more you can contribute back to your local businesses and areas, the more people are going to resonate and create an emotional connection with what you're doing. And I guess also too, like touching on local, when you are going to like local cafes and schools and events and fetes and sporting days and things like that, and see other people, one of the most important things you should be doing is commenting on other people's posts.
Yeah. You
should be, if you really wanted to up your social media game, you should be spending at least 15 to 30 minutes a day of posting on other people, other businesses, their feeds. Why? Because other local people that are interested in local areas and local cafes and that also, they're going to see you. They're going to see your name pop up frequently. I identify that person, and they're going to see it. So, by using video for posts there too, tagging the local areas, getting people to engage with that, but also commenting back on other people's videos and photos, and contributing that way, you are going to see almost an instant response to engagement.
Well, it's certainly, you becoming top of mind with your strategic alliances. If your accountant or your mortgage broker or whomever you're dealing with that's referring business or that's not referring business and you want them, you commenting, liking and sharing on their articles is that it's going to make them, who's this person? Oh, wow, they've commented again. Oh, this person again. Don't just comment and say great article. Say, that's a really good article. I appreciate you sharing with us. I'll be able to share this with my clients. That will catch their attention.
Yep. And I've got numerous examples of where people have been interested in going after the business of someone and attacking their social pages, not stalking them, but, commenting, liking, because there's a lot of social pages that are unlisted. Now, Dennis, what's your view on this? you find, you're a property manager, BDM, and, you go into RP Data, you go on Price Finder, and you try and find an owner's details, but there's no phone number there, but you find the owner. You go into social media and you find that owner. Like, let's say it's Instagram. It's an open page. Do you like and follow?
So I'm going to talk from my point of view. If it's a business owner that owns a real estate office and I'm a coach, of course I would. So if I was a BDM and they were a local landlord that I knew, I certainly have no problem with that as well. I want to become top of mind with them. I will, I won't go ahead and like, 20 photos all of a sudden. I may turn the notifications on or put their posts to come up first on Facebook or depending on which social it is. But Michael, I would. It's not like elephantitis. It's something that's, you're sick or you're worried about. You show them that you are being proactive, show them that you are okay and you're not hiding like a sickness. You want to be out there in front of them.
So is it a tactic then, Deniz, that if you find out the name of an owner, of a property owner, and you find them on Instagram, for example,
yep,
you've got no other way of contacting them, but you like their page or you see some of the photos that they've got, and would you think it is an even stronger tactic to find images that they may have on their wall of local areas and cafes and then going and commenting on those photos and getting engagement with clients directly that way?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's great. That's a great coffee shop. I've been there. I've loved that coffee shop. The barista there makes an amazing espresso. Or if it's a bar, wow, I went there with Michael, my business partner. We had an espresso martini, or certainly that is that's an amazing tip there, Michael. Michael, I'm going to bring up Melissa Hickson here. She's does an amazing job on her LinkedIn profile. And she's open to share. She's said it to us on numerous occasions, even during BDM Club that she's part of as well, that when a new client does, contact her, a new potential lead, she goes and hunts them down on socials. So she's becoming top of mind everywhere, through LinkedIn, the lot. And that is a top way. It's just another way of saying, hey, remember me. Hey, remember me. And if they don't choose her, guess what? They're now going to see all of her stuff on their feed. They're going to see her through LinkedIn, etc. So that's a great tip that you've done there, Michael, especially if you're utilizing video. If you're really using the video, or if they just look at the stories, and when you're doing stories, whether it's on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook, I love that it shows you that who's watched the stories, and then you can create those, we can go into some tips on that, engagement questions through video on stories, which is just like a 4-tier process on using video.
The whole other session, right? I mean, like when you come, I guess moving on to the next one, like when you're using those stories and you can start putting comments on there, like, have you thought about moving out in 2020? I mean, I think a perfect thing right now for people in other states other than Melbourne, one is either, great, so we're at COVID normal. Have you thought about leaving the country to somewhere exotic and renting out your home? Or, if you're in Melbourne, have you thought about leaving Melbourne and renting out your home? Yes, no. A lot of people in Victoria are seriously considering leaving their home and going elsewhere and renting out their property. So these are just engagement questions, right?
It is.
Do you like your neighbour? Yes. Would you change your neighbour if you could?
That's a great way of saying, hey, you might not be able to move him out, but you could move.
Exactly. The best way to deal with a problem neighbour is to give us management of your property.
Yeah. Michael, a simple question of, do you prefer to use a pencil or a pen is an engaging question that you can ask on stories.
Yeah, look, I guess once you get people engaging and communicating with you, it's that flow-on effect, right? So some people might be a bit reserved and you're not going to resonate with everyone on all your questions and that. So you got to be variable and try and be open to the demographic that you're dealing with. But I guess, you just have to be consistent. I guess, when you're going through this, you need to make sure you show up, that you're consistent, that you're that you're not just putting like that one image story up, that you make sure that when you are doing stories, it's a full, 3-4 segment. I mean, I don't know if anyone watches Kat's stories, where she literally tells you the entire story of what's going on. And it's full end to end. And, what she got, like 13, 14, 15,000 engaged people there that follow what she's doing. And then when she goes so it's basically give, and then she lets people know what she's doing. And that's how, she gets work, she gets business. She picks up brand new clients from just doing what she does.
Michael, how many times do people come up to us and they might ask us a question? Oh, wow, I feel like I know you because I've seen this, or they tag you in a photo. Like, I mean, only the other day, inside the inner circle, in the IGT inner circle, if anyone out there is not part of the Inspired Growth Training inner circle, just go to our Facebook page and, obviously like the page and click join visit group. Answer the questions so we let you in. But we had one of our BDMs in New Zealand took a photo of an affogato and they tagged me in the post. So them having coffee, I was top of mind for them, right? I think it's great, and that tends to happen to us. People will see us, they're taking photos of selfies on an aeroplane and tagging us in photos now.
I'm sorry, Dennis, no one's taking a photo cutting up pigs and making salami and tagging me. So anyone that's out there listening that does that, please feel free.
We need to post more of those photos so you become top of mind, Michael. It was a discussion of topic in our office I was training in on Monday. We're talking about the salami that you make.
Oh yeah, that's right. And you sent me a post. I mean, look, I love all that. I love all the local stuff. I love people getting together, the community, and I guess that's the other thing that you want to be doing with your social media is being heavily community focus. From anyone from the bakery to Sinbad the sailor down at the Royal Yacht Club, all the way through to your accountants, to your schools. Shine light on them, showcase them, let people in the area know that there's a new cafe opening, a new bakery open, or this is the accountant that people are going to. This is a quick way how to get through this street to get over to that road. People are interested.
Yeah, and you can cross-pollinate. I mean, if Sinbad the sailor came into my town, I'd be TikToking that, because no doubt he'd be flashing a sword or doing a dance, and that's the prime thing for that. And then you can share that, repurpose it later on other socials, so it's not at the same time. Community-focused stuff, again, you would check in to the person's business, you would let them know about it, because they're going to share, comment, because they're happy that you're utilising their business and promoting them.
I watched this show the other day, Rosehaven, with an Australian series on ABC, I think it is, and it's about real estate agents. And the main character, he went to a local pet store, right, to buy this pig a leash. So I went there and he asked where the business owner is. And he went up to the business owner and he said, "Hey, I'm from this real estate agency. Thank you for the service. It's been great. The person was great. I'm going to go online now and leave you a 5-star review." And the guy's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, sure." And he said, "Now, I'm a local business and I'd appreciate if I leave you a review, you leave me a 5-star review." And he goes, "Oh, why would I do that? I haven't done... why would I do that?" And he goes, "Oh, just helping out businesses. But, regardless, I'm going to leave you a 5-star review and, and I'll see you later." So now he leaves a 5-star review, gets in his car and he gets pinged on the phone because he's helping out the community, and he gets a review back. It was a 1-star review. And the 1-star review was saying this guy came in and tried to solicit me to leave a 5-star review. And I haven't done any business or any service with him at all. And he's like, "What? 1-star review?" But that's not really what the community is going to be like. The community is going to respond favorably to people out there that are helping other community.
So what you're saying is, if you give to them, don't ask back. It'll just naturally occur if it's deserved.
Unless you're in one of those BNI groups or something like that, deliver the service. But, showcase. Hey, I'm at this pet store here. I've got a pet pig or a pet donkey, and these are the things I need to buy, and I found it here.
Yeah, which is awesome. So, Michael, we've covered some really cool stuff here. You know, we've spoken about the different formats, you know, the platforms that people can be utilizing, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the case is, LinkedIn. You know, it's not just about the houses. You know, it's certainly not just about a house for rent. It's about personalizing it, humanizing it, utilizing video. You know, we didn't even get into educational videos, how they can use educational videos and drop that into their YouTube channel so that it comes up as a search as well. Using memes is another way, Michael. You know, Darren is the master of utilizing memes, and he does a great job of creating funny memes that are relatable to everyone in property management. You know, he often uses, you know, like a Kermit the Frog look, you know, whatever the case is, or, you know, those memes. And then he's got those great educational ones, 10 reasons why, you know, which is great as well. And you know, they can be used and pushed through your socials, commenting on posts, commenting out there, jumping out there and, you know, commenting on and sharing people's posts as well, especially those strategic alliances, utilizing the stories and utilizing your local community. Really, really, really good tips for a BDM. If you're, you know, Michael, someone I met with Julie Collins, and she said, Deniz, if you were to start a business from scratch right now, be a BDM in a new town, what would you do? First thing I'd be doing, apart from door knocking and let everyone know, I'd be jumping all over the socials, and I'd be putting in these 5, 6, 7, 8 tips that we've just given through. So I would become online top of mind to every single person.
Correct. Same.
Yep. And I know that Darren would master that, and we'd probably get Darren to do it all for us as well, because he does do that. You know, so if anyone wants to see that video, you know, remember you can reach out to Darren at idtmail.com and get a copy of that video of me dancing. We may post it eventually one day as well. But yeah, and if anyone's got any further questions, please go to bdmcoach.com. We have got some free resources there. The 30 PM secret back file information's there. We've got 28 key BDM activities for people to have a look at as well, and the property owner's handbook that will help you win business as well. So, Michael, I think that's about it. I'm not sure if we could talk about this for hours and go off into tangents and stuff, but we really just wanted to capture this and give some budding BDMs out there some really, really good tips on how to utilize social media.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and remember to go and join our IGT Inner Circle. And I got to do a bit of a plug here, Deniz, because I'm excited about our next Secret Shopper podcast. It is going to unload some fury.
Yeah, it's a ripper. It is a ripper, which is another podcast that we've got. I mean, we've got 4 or 5 podcasts there. You can just have a look at the different options. Just go to our Inspired Growth Training website and click on podcast, and you'll see it all there. But that one, we get some really good stories in that one. It's fun.
In fact, Deniz, let's do this. If you would like us to do a mystery shopping of a certain suburb in either Australia, New Zealand, the UK, email Darren your area, your suburb, and the suburb with the most requests. Let's do a podcast on that suburb.
Sounds good. That sounds really good. Yeah, great idea. Well, Michael, thank you very much. And everyone out there, thank you so much for listening. We certainly hope that your new business is on fire. And if it's not, give us a yell.
Bye.